and welcome to You Right, the podcast where creativity meets community.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Matt.
Each week on You Right, we challenge our listeners to write a story in just 30 minutes, using 3 of 5 randomly generated words.
It's a fun and fast-paced exercise to spark your imagination and get those creative juices flowing.
We'll read your submissions, offer feedback, and discuss the unique twists and turns of each story.
So whether you're an aspiring author or just love a good tale, You Right is your place to explore the endless possibilities of storytelling.
So grab the paw of a willing animal, dip it in something safe and yummy and wet, like wet kibble.
Okay.
And get comfy. And let's dive into this week's stories.
And remember, the only limit is your imagination and the size of the paw.
That's right.
Yes. So
Because
let's see what you got.
The smaller the paw, the more you can write.
Yes, yeah. Otherwise, you just need more
Kibble.
kibble. Yes. Well, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm a trifle under the weather.
Sounds like allergies, perhaps, mayhaps.
I don't know. It feels like a cold, but I know that sometimes those things can come from allergies. So I'm not too sure, but I am just proud of the fact that I've been able to stave it off to the degree that I have because I'm not struggling too bad.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I've been sleeping a lot and consuming a lot of vitamin C, along with carnivore crisps.
Explain.
I'm so glad you asked. Carnivore crisps are a special elite jerky that I purchased from the internet, and it is beef liver jerky. And beef liver is liver, chicken liver, beef liver, or whatever, goat liver, is one of the most nutrient-dense things that you can consume. Yeah, but just a warning, don't ever eat polar bear liver because then you will die.
Oh.
Do you want to guess why?
No.
Okay. Okay, so one of the things that liver is like really, really, really high in is vitamin A. It's chock full of vitamin A, okay? But the thing about a polar bear is that what makes a polar bear different from, say, a black bear or a cow?
They have white fur. Actually, technically, isn't it clear fur? It's like hollow hair, essentially, that allows them to be insulated from the cold really well.
Well, that's crude. Well, yes, that, but also they're carnivores. And so polar bears are almost exclusively carnivorous, but they eat animals, which includes the liver. So actually their liver is so full of vitamin A that if you eat it, it will kill you. You will die of vitamin A toxicity. Oh. Like it can kill several people, one polar bear liver, eating that.
Wow.
But herbivore animals, they're not eating other animals. So you can eat their livers and just get a good dose of vitamin A without, getting toxicity.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Go get you some.
Okay.
Well, I grew up eating fried chicken liver. All livers taste pretty much the same. They just have a specific flavor.
It's just the liver flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a liver. It's the way that livers taste. It's like very irony and
vitamin A.
Vitamin A. Yes.
Very distinct flavor, vitamin A.
Yeah. I mean, liver is and so whenever we were eating, say, like pots of, innards in Mongolia, then I found that I really enjoyed the liver because I'm just like, okay, this is a familiar taste. I can get on board with this, But I can bring you some carnivore crisps soon so you can know what liver. Have you eaten liver?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite dishes was always, weirdly, despite it being really portrayed often really negatively, is liver and onions. It's actually really
like beef
tasty.
Liver and onions.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yes, tasty.
I've never had that.
It's I mean, it's good.
I'd like some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, carnivore crisp.
That does sound pretty tasty. And are they fried?
No, it's jerky.
Oh, jerky. Oh, yeah. Liver jerky. Weird.
Yeah, but it's actually really crispy. It's like a very flat sheet of meat. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to try that.
I'm going to bring you some.
Where'd you get it?
I ordered it. I don't even remember how or why I get on this kick, but I ordered it from, because it's hard to find liver around here. Much harder than, say, in Georgia, from my experience.
Really? I would think you could go to a butcher at a grocery store and get liver.
Probably. But like at a place like prepared already.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But I did find that they have it at Chicken Express. But it's like very, very, very breaded, like very breaded and fried, which is just for me, because the way my mom would make it, she would just like put a very light coat of flour.
A dusting.
That's the word I was looking for. A very light dusting of flour, very light. And then fried and not very much oil. So it wasn't even like, it didn't have a breading around it. It was just kind of a little bit of like crunchy bits.
Just like, like a light pan fry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was really good. But I haven't found a place that does it like that. But my mom never ate it because she found it disgusting while she prepared it.
Oh, that's sad.
I know. Anyway. Oh yeah. And I just came back from Orlando.
Oh yeah. How was that?
It was good. I slept a lot. I walked a lot. My body got a break from extreme sports for a week, which I think was a good thing.
Yeah.
And I went to a lot of sessions.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I met lots of people from all over the world because they had people from like all the different countries. I got into a funny discussion with the Saudi contingent because I was talking to them about how I speak a little bit of Arabic, but that I want to learn more. And they were like, what kind of Arabic do you want to learn? I was like, do you teach Fusha, which is like the proper Arabic that nobody speaks? And they were like, yeah. I was like, I don't want to learn Fusha. I want to learn maybe Egyptian Arabic. And they're like, why does everybody say that? And I thought it was really
Is that a thing?
Funny. It is a thing. And I was like, well, I heard it's because like a lot of the Arabic like media, like movies and TV shows are done in Egypt. And so therefore it's mutually intelligible. Like everybody can understand Egyptian Arabic because they watch those shows. And this one guy, he was pissed. He was just like this Saudi guy. He was like, that's just propaganda from the Egyptian government. And I was like,
yeah, okay.
Maybe so. I mean, maybe so.
You could be onto something. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. Okay. But anyway, how about you?
Oh, I'm good. Much less excitement. We finished up one D&D campaign on one group that I play with, which was a lot of fun.
Okay.
We were playing the Prince of the Apocalypse module, and we finished that, so that was fun.
How many groups do you play with?
2 now. One group got started not terribly long ago. I think we're like 6 sessions in or something like that now, as of this past week, but it's been a lot of fun.
How many sessions does it take?
It varies wildly, so...
like 500?
The other group, we met maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks or something like that. And it took us like 18 months to finish. So.
Okay. So like 15.
It's probably about 12 to 15 sessions, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that's
exciting.
It is exciting. So,
I love that.
Yeah. D&D's been a lot of fun here recently. I haven't played it nearly as much as I have here recently, so it's been fun to get into.
Yeah. Are you becoming a pro?
No, but I don't know what a pro at D&D even looks like. Because they're all different. Like some people want to play it for like the gamemanship of it, like you game the system and good at the combat side of it. Other people want to play for like the narrative or storytelling aspects of it.
Yeah.
So you can like role play stuff. So
so
you can get some really wildly different groups.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
It is fun. Did you see all of our stories for this week?
That I did.
Who did we decide to read?
We decided to read Walker by Faith. I'm going to read this one just because even though I'm a little bit sick, I think that I can do it. But I just had a really good time reading this to myself aloud. And I was like, I'm feeling it today.
Well, all right. Let's have it.
So this is Maya's Guide to the Gods by Walker by Faith. I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet or not, but somewhere along the way, I'd started collecting books about the various gods and goddesses known to humanity throughout history. Yeah, I know, and I agree. Most were indeed rather boring, to be fair. But given what all I had going on lately, could you blame a guy? The thing is, the more I read about the Morrigan, the more concerned I was for Sharon. I hadn't yet reconnected with her for that coffee, and the more time that went on, the more worried I was about what she might have to tell me. Or rather, the more time went on, the more worried I became about why Debbie had taken her jacket. The book I read said that the Morrigan, she of the red-headed crow appearance and the chaotic energy, was a bit of a trickster. In fact, she reminded me a lot of Tom Loki. But what really had me full of anxiety was that she'd taken Sharon's jacket. Why did that worry me, you ask? Well, if you believe the fan mail, purchased for $29.99 at Barnes & Noble, the Morrigan was the Irish goddess associated with death and especially of washing the garments of doomed warriors. I even went on a deep dive on Reddit, today's version of Wikipedia. Talk about doom scrolling, but I digress. The time finally came when Sharon and I could meet for that coffee. I expected, by this point, something bad. In fact, I spent about 3 hours the morning of our meeting alternating between trips to the toilet and the war room. Neither gave me relief. I sucked on lemon slices, looking for some help, but none came. I knelt on that cheap prayer rail. I folded my hands together. I looked down. I looked up. I laughed at God. I screamed at him. I called out so many times, Isho, Isho, why have you forsaken me? That I just know my flat neighbors all think I'm mad at this point. They wouldn't be far off. By the time it came time to go meet Sharon for that infamous and highly anticipated coffee, I was already exhausted. And Kane was no help. He just laid down outside the war room door, fast asleep. Loser. Before I left, I checked the room one last time. Everything was the same, but for one thing. There was an odd potted plant now sitting right next to the prayer rail. It looked kind of like aloe vera, but I didn't have time to figure out what madness the gods, goddesses, or Cain was playing on me. I didn't want to keep Sharon waiting, after all. I wish I had kept her waiting. Before I could even sit down, she hit me with it. I don't remember her exact words, but the result was all the same. Unforgettable. I wish she had wanted to meet to tell me off, to call me a creep, to say she wished she'd never met me, or anything that you can typically think of as a horrible thing for a person you are really into to say to you. But she did not tell me any of those things. She told me she had cancer. Not just cancer either, but the bad kind. And 2 of them. Well, I guess technically one that had spread. Her ovarian cancer had moved to her pancreas, which is how they found it to begin with. Prognosis, you ask? What the hell do you think, dumbass? It was bad, really bad, as in weeks, not years. Now, you might be wondering, why did the woman who had only dated a few times, that was stuck on Isho's teat in a big way, want to meet me just to tell me she's dying? Man, I wish I knew. I really do. Or rather, in this case, I wish I did not know, if that makes any sense. There is some news I just hope I'll never have to receive. Well, I managed to avoid breaking down in front of her, but when I got home, yeah, all bets were off. First stop, back to that porcelain throne. Next up, war room. I opened the door and immediately froze in my tracks. That weird aloe vera plant next to the prayer rail had grown. As in, there was this weird stalk that shot up from the center of the pokey, thick leaves almost to the ceiling, with these tiny buds sprouting from some shaky-looking branches. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. Kane? I called him, hoping he'd have a clue what to do. He did not. Kane just lifted his head, huffed, and laid it back down. Loser. I started to back out and close the door, but then the central stalk started to kind of thicken. I don't know another word for it, but the damn thing morphed slowly into a vaguely human shape until it resolved itself into a beautiful woman with mocha skin. She was a stunner, and I was left with my mouth hanging open in shock. Not at her beauty, no. I wish that was all it was, but rather, it was her nudity. Now, please don't get me wrong. I'm an adult. I'm not a child. I can deal with nudity without losing my mind, okay? But the thing is, I really wish she'd had a shirt of some kind on. I mean, if she had, I would probably never have known that her entire torso was covered with breasts. Yes, plural. More than 2. And no, I'm not being facetious or allegorical, and it wasn't a tattoo. There were literally hundreds of small breasts, complete with nipples, of course, all over her body. What the hell, man? I had never seen such a ratio of nipples to human in my entire life. But then again, I suppose she wasn't exactly human. As the change from stock to walking nursing station finished, she reached down into the potted dirt at her feet and pulled out a tunic, thank the gods. I mean, it's one thing to be your true self and all, but enough is enough. Anyway, I was grateful she brought her own wardrobe, apparently. Welcome, I said awkwardly. You are the one, she asked me, and damn if that didn't sound like a title. Called, I finished lamely. You are? Maya well, she told me. You know me, see? No, should I? See, you should, she assured me. You come to me, I did. You kneel here. I knelt on my prayer rail. She lifted her tunic. You drink. I stood up. Whoa, I said, that's a little, odd for me. You want to know me, she asked. You want help of me? I nodded. Then you drink. God's help me, I knelt back down. I drank. It was the strangest and most erotic drink of my life, while at the same time, completely asexual in nature. I won't even try to explain it. When I stood back up, I just knew. As in, I knew her entire life story, as close to mind as a memory and as accessible to me as basic reading or common sense. She'd been wronged by the gods, more than just about any other goddess I'd read of or heard about. She'd been free once, free enough to run. She chose to flee with someone she loved, and for that, her own grandmother, Tzitzimitl, a sky demon of the First Order, hunted her down, tore her apart, and fed what remained to the other demons. What Quetzalcoatl could gather of her, he buried, and from those bones, the first metal, agave, grew. Not a prison, a grave that bloomed. The Sintzon Totochtin, her 400 rabbit children, each one a god of a different kind of excess, had nursed from those hundreds of breasts. That's what the breasts were for. Suddenly, the whole thing made a lot more sense. Well, a lot more is obviously a whole spectrum. Any hoodles. Maya, I said weirdly as I tried to gracefully pull my head back from underneath her tunic. I failed. I'm so sorry for what they all did to you, but... Do not apologize, first man. You did nothing to me. But you can use my help, no? No, I mean, yes, see. Yes, I can use your help. Good. She stepped out of the potted plant and strode to pet Cain, still sleeping peacefully outside the door to the war room. You need me, she continued. Many gods, goddesses, they watch you. I know. But know you this? Why? I had to think about her grammar. No, I don't really know why. They say the lemons call them, and I've even had some, I don't know, I guess demons show up as well. You need me, see? See. Yes, Kema. What? Never mind, yes, Kema, see. Whichever. I need you, I think. I need someone, anyone, to tell me why this is all happening. Only Father knows, maybe Isho. Advocate knows, but rarely speaks, yes? I've learned, I assured her. Good, learn more. As she said this, she reached under her tunic again and pulled out a book. She handed it to me, and I almost immediately dropped it. The book was covered in what looked like leather. Amatl, I somehow knew. Agave fiber pressed with fig bark, oily to the touch and dusted with the same dark soil she'd risen from. Of course it was. Everything she carried had come up from the earth with her. The brown cover was simple, no images, just words in Nahuatl, Aztec language, that strangely I understood. Must have been the tit milk. The book was titled Maya's Guide to the Gods, How to Bind, Release, and Bend Eternity to Your Will. Now that wasn't ominous at all. I just stared at what she had handed me. Why? I asked her. You need. Gods play games. Well, most, not Father. not Isho, not advocate. Others, always. Okay, maybe father at times, for reasons good. Me, I know like their games. Their games can be evil. Their games must end. You read, you learn, you use. You end games. All this was sounding good to me, honestly, and why not? Knowledge is power, after all. But then she added something that stole my breath. This is how you do it. Do what? I asked. Save Sharon. Answers within. Kane whined from the doorway. Maya coughed. A loud racking cough I'd only ever heard as a child when I visited my grandmother in the ICU. I glanced at Kane, and by the time I turned back to Maya, well, she lay crumpled on the floor. I die again now, she told me. It all happened so fast. I only had time to open my mouth and protest, but then she just disappeared. Like the stalk of the agave plant, I thought, remembered, knew. Freaking tit juice. Well, old buddy, I said to Kane, I guess it's just you and me now. Let's get to reading. I had a feeling this was going to be more useful than anything sold at a big box store. I was right. Yet, as I sat down to read it, I couldn't escape a nagging question that sprang to my mind. Did Sharon have cancer before or after she met me? That's when that still small voice spoke up again. Pray for her.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man, the flow of this story I think is excellent. And I really appreciate how it's introducing us to Mayawel here, and we get like the full backstory all at the same time, and the way that is presented to us, I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Because we're not left with more questions. Like we're getting some answers while also getting a new goddess in this story.
Right.
Which, yeah, this is just a fascinating one.
Yeah.
I really love the Nawat history that we get in here.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
I really like this goddess, honestly. And you know what? I realized, which is probably very obvious. I don't know, or maybe it's not. But I feel like or is this actually part of, I don't know. I need to read about the mythology of this goddess, but the breasts, like all the breasts, are very much like resemble the tree, the form of the tree, with all these like little protrusions, you know? Yeah,
and honestly, I see where he got the idea of the stalk coming off of the agave plant, because it is very similar to that.
Yeah, it is.
I don't believe the picture is of the stalk of an agave plant.
That was an actual tree, but we have a lot of those here.
Yeah, we have yuccas, which are very similar in our backyard, but yeah. And agave, I really like the symbolism of the agave with this goddess, and the way that Walker handles her departure is she dies.
Yeah.
At the end of this, which whenever an agave plant does sprout that stalk, it's going to die. Like, because they last for a long time. Like agave plants live for a very long time, but whenever that stalk shows up,
it's the harbinger of death.
Yeah, they're going to die. So I just thought that was a really creative way to symbolize the death and her, I guess, like the symbolism of the goddess herself. Like, I really liked how you handled that. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. I really liked the description of her and everything. I don't know, it was just very evocative.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess technically this is an aloe plant, which I think agave and aloe are quite similar.
Probably. I would think so. They look similar, at least.
Yeah. Anyways, so I just think that this is just a great continuation, and it's kind of raising the stakes a little bit more. We're getting help from Mayawel here, and she's kind of going counter to these other gods and goddesses.
Yeah.
And just saying, like, they're all playing games, and I don't abide that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
You know, I just now felt that she reminds me a little bit of Prometheus.
Oh, okay.
Just because, going against them and being like, getting fucked over by them, and just being like, I'm not playing y'all's game. No.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, and handing him a tool to deal with the other gods, also similar to Prometheus bringing down fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just I really like Maya, and I really like the complexities of like dealing with this kind of, well, for one, her nudity and him kind of having to come to terms with this, what feels like a kind of lewd or crude way, but ultimately the way that he describes it is completely asexual.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought that was fascinating. It's like, this is just her nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought that was very interesting.
Well, it just made me think of, he said it was very erotic, but asexual.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is going to sound really, really weird, and I might be totally off base, but there's this, which I'm sure y'all know about, but this like chemical which is released. It's released during sex, but also other things too, and it's a feel-good chemical. Is it oxytocin?
Maybe.
It might be oxytocin. I need to like look up on that. But anyway, I've read that mothers feeding their babies, there's a release of this chemical or hormone or whatever it is. So it's very pleasurable in a way, but not sexual.
Got it.
Because it's their baby.
Yeah.
But they're feeling this very satisfying feeling, I guess, and bond. But it makes them bond. It's there in order to evolutionarily so that mothers will continue feeding their children.
Interesting.
Huh. So anyway, it's kind of a bit reminiscent of that, but from the other side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is fascinating. Because that would absolutely explain the sensation that Adam has in that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And meanwhile, we get this, the Isho, why have you forsaken me?
Mm-hmm.
And then just to know that my flat neighbors will know that I'm mad at this point. They wouldn't be far off. And so we're kind of seeing that Adam is deteriorating a little bit while all of this is going on. I also really liked, there was a line here. We learned, for one, that Sharon is officially dying of cancer. And it's fast tracked, like weeks, not years, is the way that he describes it here.
Yeah.
But a little bit later, we get whenever she pulls the tunic out, whenever Maya pulls the tunic out to cover herself. I'm just going to read this here. She reached down into the potted dirt at her feet and pulled out a tunic. Thank the gods. And I just think that that's interesting that he uses this expression, thank the gods, like this. It means that he's officially kind of come to terms with his situation in a very fundamental way.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of accepted this as reality.
Right.
And just using that turn of phrase right there, I thought
thank the gods,
was a nice touch.
Yeah, totally. Actually, that part kind of stood out to me too, but I didn't have as much like conscious thought about it. But yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Check this out. Oxytocin is a hormone and neuropeptide produced in the hypothalamus and released by the pituitary gland. It is primarily known as the love hormone due to its crucial role in social bonding, trust, empathy, and sexual activity. It is also actively used in medicine to induce labor and assist with lactation.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, so you were right on the money there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what Walker had in mind there. I don't know.
I'm going to go with the author's a genius and everything's intentional. So
for sure.
I'm going to say, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that makes perfect sense.
Right.
And what a detail to pull in as well in that moment. And just the way that all this knowledge is passed on through this, as Adam rather crudely describes it, tit milk.
Yeah.
Which I believe that's meant to symbolize basically the nectar of the plant, of the agave or the aloe plant. Right. So I think they're kind of cross symbolizing each other there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that's a very interesting way to pass on knowledge like this.
Yeah. It is funny. And that's almost like, that almost kind of reminds me of on Dune, whenever, did you watch the second movie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I did not watch the second movie, but in the book, how the young person has to drink something to get all of the wisdom. Okay, the mom, Paul's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Because she becomes the whatever.
Yeah.
And she has to, what does she have to drink something, isn't it?
Yeah, I vaguely remember. I've only seen the movie the one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's drink something, and she gets all of the knowledge of all of the whatever they are through the generations, you know? Anyway, so it's like you're passing on that knowledge, and that like generational knowledge and everything.
Yeah.
Through that.
Whatever.
Through that whatever.
That bond.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting and funny how Maya had written a book that kind of is a bit of a
well, for one, it's a little meta. The title itself, Maya's Guide to the Gods. It's a very Walker title.
Right.
Yeah.
Bathis,
yeah.
Not that this is super serious.
Yeah.
It's not, but it's almost like you have this ancient goddess, you know, and then suddenly you kind of humanize her by being like, oh, and by the way, I wrote my own book. You know, it's kind of funny. I enjoy that.
Yeah, that was certainly a twist I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, me neither.
But based off of the way that we're left with this, well, old buddy, I said to Cain, I guess it's just you and me now. Let's get to reading. That left me thinking, like, are the gods just not coming back? Is that what we're setting up here? Is that now he has this book, he's on his own? Or, I don't know. That line kind of left me thinking, like, what does he mean by that? Is he officially on his own? And he's just got this book to help him deal with this? But
I kind of read it as she's gone. At that moment was gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like they could be back tomorrow night. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
But, yeah, I was honestly wondering, like, okay, where is this going? Like, is she going to get saved? Is it just going to be that Sharon's just magically saved from cancer from some trick that he reads in that book? You know? Yeah,
and then the way we end it with that still small voice spoke up again, pray for her. So we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
Thank you, Walker.
Thank you, Walker. That was very entertaining.
Yes, it was. Thank you. And up next, we have Princess's Place by Nick to You.
Yay. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick. So we're back with the character Bavario. So it's certainly a name that I recognize. And just based off of the creative names that Nick Chu comes up with, it's always very easy to recognize when it's somebody that we've read before, generally. So we're back with Bavario. I don't really remember where we were last when we were with Bavario, but someone I certainly recognized. But they are moving in, or they're going through Princess's Place, which is not a large town, but large enough to acquire a royal charter with the amenities that would imply. And so they're just moving in through this town. I really liked this line that we get. Bees buzzed and birds twitted, and corvid couriers overhead cursed at both for getting in their way and harassing them. It's a wonderful descriptive line.
That is.
Yeah, all of this following this very descriptive paragraph of just kind of the scene and the foliage around. At this elevation, rather than just conifers, there was oak and sycamore, with their dangly things that functioned as flowers swaying in a light breeze. There were various flowers upon the ground, poking out from an uneven cover of grass, but the most impressive were the bromeliads. Is that how you say that?
I think so.
Yeah. Sizable shrubs sprouted clusters of flowers that rose as tall trees, blossoms neatly arranged and orderly across an enormous cone. Very well described.
Yeah.
Very well described.
Definitely.
And that's whenever we get this lone tree that was almost bare in stark contrast with all the greenery around it. And ultimately it leaves the sensation of it looked terribly lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of your descriptive work is doing so much. Like I really appreciated all that descriptive. The time you spent describing all of that was, I think, very well spent in this story.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very nice scene setting.
And
very
then from
easy
there,
picture.
Yeah. From there, we move into this this conversation between Bavario and Ash, and then we also get Dusty comes in, which was one of the corvids that was, I guess, scolding the bees and everything. I liked this line. Don't they have bees in Sky Hall? Bavario asked. Yes, but they know their place, she squawked.
They know their place.
So
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
It's like, really? The bees know their place? That's kind of cute.
It just startled me, she said. A fine example of nobility, Bavario thought.
Yeah, I feel like they have a bit of banter there.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
Yes. Seemed bantery.
And then we get a... you want to go? Ash asked. I think so, Ava said. And so we're with Ava there, who we had last week from the tea house.
Yeah.
And we get a little bit of that prompt, a little bit from that story. Bavario looked and she saw she was staring at a tea house. And
Ava's the Byrol, right?
Yeah, that was in the tea house. And we also get more of the where was it? Ava wordlessly left and walked toward the tea house. Bavario tried not to begrudge her grief, but still they had work to do. And so that's kind of, this almost feels like it's, well, I guess in timeline order, this is before what happened last week.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of setting up that moment that she goes to that tea house, which I thought that was really, really cool. Just getting it all tied together. We're starting to see how these characters relate.
Tying it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that.
Here near the end, we've got, and actually in that same paragraph, they had work to do, picking up the pieces of their shared careers, and Bavario didn't think there was much time available for indulging in sentiment. They needed to get back in the game and be ready for the next disaster. That paragraph, that's the first time I think I've heard this world or what they're doing described as a game. And all of what we've read so far really implies a game.
Yeah.
And so for it to be referred to in this way, I thought was important. Also, they don't have much time available for indulging in sentiment. So really characterizing Bavario as kind of a gotta get business done.
Yeah.
Kind of character.
Yep. I like the log cabineers. That sounds like a fun job. I mean, it sounds like a hard job.
Yeah, it sounds like work, yeah.
But I've always had like a lumberjack fantasy of being one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually that's not what that means.
I know. Of being one and just being up and just being like a happy worker who, you know, goes into log cabins with fires at night and eats maple syrup pancakes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That does sound nice.
I know.
Yeah.
It sounds cozy.
Yeah. Well, and by Nick's comment, it sounds like this was shorter than they kind of had planned. Maybe had a little bit of trouble getting into this one. But I think the time that you clearly devoted to the descriptions, again, as we said, was time very well spent.
Yeah.
I would, and you basically touched on this, is getting more of how Bavario feels in this moment. And I think where I kind of expected it after we got the tree, it looked terribly lonely.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting that's where Bavario's like feelings about this would start to come in. Is like, is that how Bavario feels, or is he just like can't relate to that? Like that seems like a good place to drop in how Bavario feels.
Yeah.
Or even like maybe I was also thinking that maybe we were going to introduce the rest of the people in the party, kind of have this conversation. They're all going to peel off and go do their own things, and Bavario's left on their own, feeling lonely like that tree.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I thought it might go, but it didn't quite end up there. But I would like to see that part of Bavario.
Yeah, like more of the inner dialogue, more of like the feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's just set up very well to do just that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Nick, to you.
Thank you, Nick.
And up next, we have Picnic.
Picnic.
By Curious Writer.
Yes. Okay. This is exciting. We have another. And Curious was like in the comments, like, yeah, I just wanted to like kind of take a little bit of a break, like still submitting a story, but have a little segue, before the change of pace or whatever's going to happen.
Yeah. Before the turn.
The turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed this, and I was very interested in just their dynamic between them, you know?
Yeah.
It's very weird because it's like you'll think it's going one way and then it's like, no, it's going this way. And then you're like, no, it's actually going this way.
Yeah. It's toxic yet sweet.
Yeah.
Sweetly toxic.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe their relationship.
I don't either, but I want to say that I kind of feel like Jessie is a bit pitiful at times because she's like, oh, because, Cassandra's like, you're the most healthy long-term partner I've had in my life. And Jessie's like, well, that can't be true. Need I mention the kidnapping and torture? Jessie said, craning her neck up to her. It's almost like she just really wants that validation of that she is a torturer, damn it.
Yeah.
She's
I'm a bad person.
I'm a bad girl and I'm a psycho.
Yeah.
Don't say that I'm healthy. It's like she's said things to that effect in previous entries.
Yeah.
That are like, did you forget everything that I did to you?
Yeah.
It's kind of pathetic.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from because it almost seems like she's dulling Jessie's edge.
Yeah.
Like Jessie's this really kind of edgy.
Yeah. She wants to be.
Like she is herself because she is tortured. And she's just removing like this edgy quality of Jessie. Cassandra is.
Yeah.
And so she's just kind of dulling all of that.
She is. She's like taking the wind out of Jessie's sails.
Yeah.
She's messing up her self-mythology. Yeah. And it's kind of funny to watch because it just kind of like shows the man behind the curtain to Jessie's psyche.
Yeah.
It's like she's not just this badass. She's just going like, well, I want to be a bad guy.
Yeah. I want to be bad.
Yeah.
I'm a bad one.
I'm bad. I'm a psycho. I'm sadistic. Damn it.
Yeah. So yeah, and then you remember my ex. Thank you for what you did, by the way. I think that was the moment, Cassandra said. The moment what? Asked Jessie. The moment I decided I'd do anything to keep you next to me for the rest of my life, said Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
What does that make us? Asked Jessie. Girlfriends if you want, said Cassandra. I think I'm fine with that, said Jessie. So they're an item if they weren't an item already.
But are they being genuine though? Because I just don't know if Cassandra is being genuine or if she's just fucking with Jessie.
I think it's circled around to genuine at this point. That's the way I read it here.
But also, Jessie at the beginning, Jessie didn't want to. She had been preparing for this to end with her death. The experience completing her transformation like it did for period. Was that an intentional period there?
Oh yeah. I was like, don't leave us hanging. Like, for who? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, this was different though. And Jessie was funny. She didn't mind. So I'm like, is Jessie just playing along and being like, but hopefully she's going to kill me? Or, well, it says she didn't mind. She was finding that she didn't mind.
Yeah.
So is Jessie just along for the ride? Whatever happens?
Yeah. Kind of sounds like she is just relenting.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. This is always kind of a no idea where this is going to go.
Right.
No idea what this relationship is ultimately going to look like or turn into, or the fate of Jessie and Cassandra. Like, what is their plan? Like, where are they going from here?
Right.
Yeah.
And also whenever it was like, something about how, Cassandra knew, even though she had her bound, like her wrist behind her back and her ankles in front of her, she probably could have overpowered Cassandra if she really wanted to. Really? Like, how? Is Jessie like massive and Cassandra is like tiny, or what's going on here?
Yeah, not sure.
Because how could Jessie overpower Cassandra with her wrists and ankles bound?
Yeah, it just sounds like Jessie is like leaning into to use a term, the submissive side, that letting Cassandra be the domineering one.
Well, yeah, it does sound like that. But I'm just like, what do they look like physically that Jessie could definitely overpower Cassandra?
That's true. We haven't really gotten the physical descriptions Or if we have, it's been long enough that we don't really remember. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curious. I'm curious. Curious writer.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, Curious.
Thank you, Curious.
And our last story for this week is You Never Know by Steve.
Yeah. Okay, so this is definitely just a story from Steve's life.
Yeah.
So, man, it does sound really rough, like a rough year. And I found myself getting annoyed whenever I was like reading about how doing contract work or whatever is paying better than a steady job would pay. You know, like way, way better. And I'm just like, what in the hell? What is going on in Denver? Or is that going on everywhere?
I was going to say, just in education in general, I suspect, especially public education.
Yeah.
Although, yeah.
It's insane. Yeah. Like, that's so annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. But yeah, so we get Steve mentioning that, well, yeah, as you mentioned, just kind of the state of teaching in his experience here, and the trouble of keeping one job. Like they cut how many people? Like of 13 teachers, only 2 were left. So
like, what the hell?
Yeah, cut out. Yeah, that's 11 of 13 were cut. So that's horrible. That
is. Why? Why? The new superintendent was just like, I'm gonna just fuck everything up and build my own, like, I don't know.
Yeah. But then goes on to teach at a charter school, but that was worse. And it's just like the admins are just not, they're just not receptive to the issues of the class, and ultimately ended up leaving before the end of the year and took December off to clear his head. Then get a recruiter contacting him, and it was, as you mentioned, contracting work, doing special education in a new school. Doesn't pay well. So when my contract was up in December, I'll most likely be looking again. It's so weird, but it's been a tough year.
Yeah.
But there's a bright spark whenever we learn of this student that he's keeping up with and goes to their graduation, where she gets her GED, and she acknowledges what Steve, or as she refers to him as Mr. Livingston, in this, had done to motivate her, to keep her going, and for her to ultimately succeed in getting her GED. And just we get an extended portion of her speech at this ceremony.
I'm so glad that you had that win, Steve, because I was just thinking about it. And I'm like, you know, when you're trying so hard and you're just like fighting, working, and you don't see the payoff at all of your hard work, something like that, it definitely gives you like the energy to continue on. Yeah. Because you're like, okay, what I'm doing does matter. And yes, if it matters to at least one student, that makes it worth it. Yeah. So I am so glad that you had that experience to give you the motivation to continue.
Yeah, that clear and obvious validation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really liked that we get all of it. Basically turns into kind of a story within a story, like her story present in this speech that she's giving, and just how much Steve had done to get her to this point. So it is very clear, and just she ends with thank you. You know, I really like this. She ends on a quote from the musical Hamilton. I am the one thing in life that I can control. Wait for it. I'm not falling behind or running late. Wait for it. I am inimitable. I am an original. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool quote.
That's a rad way to leave it.
Totally.
I especially love the I am an original.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I was blown away. I will treasure that moment forever, as you should. Yeah. And as we mentioned, like, that's just very clear and obvious validation that what you're doing is very important. Totally. And it's literally changing people's lives. Yeah. Yeah.
And I love the end, how he wraps it up there, bringing the tree in. Yeah. You know, that is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree that was very, I will say, profound moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like that struck me very, very, very well. I think exactly the way that you wanted it to.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lone tree can grow to be a beautiful thing for others to appreciate and be grateful for. Same thing for lost students.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I almost think you don't even need the same thing for lost students. Like the comparison, like the message is clear. Sometimes a lone tree. Like just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Because you've done so much to set up and describe everything. Like just leave it with the tree. Like I think that's a beautiful, beautiful line.
That is.
Yeah.
That's very beautiful.
I really love that.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you, Steve. This is a very, well, it's tough to read getting going. But you ultimately bring it around to a very positive message there at the end.
Yeah, totally. Because he's the eternal optimist. And I get that, Steve, because I'm the same way. I'm always like looking for those silver linings, you know?
Yeah. And this is a beautiful silver lining.
Totally. And a real one. Not just like one that you're trying to make be there, but like a real one.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
And that is all of our stories for this week.
Oh.
So thank you, Walker, for being selected here today with Maya's Guide. As well as Nick to you, Curious Writer, and Steve. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so the question of the week is, what is your spirit plant? A spirit plant is like a spirit animal, but it's a plant. Yeah, so which plant do you identify most with? Like, which plant embodies you in plant form? Not what's your favorite plant. Which plant is you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have one in mind?
I do, but I'm going to share it only on the chat.
Okay. And that takes us into episode 88. So for 88, we issued a sound effect prompt, which you can find on the subreddit. Just go and click on that link, and you got it. There's sound effect. Go and do it.
Don't get.
And the words to accompany the sound effect prompt are learn, genetic, fantasy, sensitive, and video.
Huh. All right. Well, the first one, learn.
Mm-hmm.
This is an exciting word because it's a verb.
Yes.
It's a verb. It has an interesting vowel combination, the EA. Not, as not, I don't want to say it's not common, but.
Shouldn't it be learn?
Yeah. Or learn.
Like, because it's, how do you say EAR?
Yeah, ear.
Ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, totally. Like, it really should be LURN.
How do you say EARN?
Earn.
Dumb.
Yeah, I know. Very dumb.
It's all so
It's
dumb.
all very stupid. But one thing that I find interesting about this word is that it is learn is not teach.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's to be taught.
Yeah, but sometimes people confuse them.
Oh.
Yeah. Like my students sometimes confuse them, but especially like, will you learn me this or whatever,
Yeah.
Or it's just like, will you borrow me something?
Will you lend me?
Yeah. But also I think it's something that we have like this joke about that, like hillbillies say, like, he learned me.
He done learned me some stuff.
Yeah, he learned me to drive or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting word for that reason, and an interesting distinction between learn and teach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, teach is to offer learning.
Exactly.
Whereas learn is to receive teaching.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
Yep. That's it.
Learn.
Mm-hmm. And our next word is genetic.
Genetic. Have you ever done a genetic test?
Mm-hmm. Well, a test. Well, I did like the 23andMe.
Oh, right.
If that's what you mean.
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry. I was like about like things disorders that you have or whatever.
I guess technically, because they offer the medical side of it as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Genetic. I don't know, genes and shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, stuff that you have zero control over.
Right.
And you never will.
Nope.
Unless they there have been advances in potential genetic modifications.
Yeah.
Well, I say there are genetic modifications specifically in crops.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are genetically modified crops, GMOs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are really against GMOs.
Yeah.
However, GMOs have fed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like they have probably avoided famine in some places.
Is that because they've genetically altered them to where they are hardier?
Hardier or higher yield or grow in areas that they otherwise wouldn't grow. So yeah, GMOs have probably saved a lot of lives.
Okay.
Like just the sake of feeding people alone.
Yeah.
But I can understand why people are concerned about GMOs because you're literally modifying the genetics of an organism.
Right.
We might not entirely understand it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand both sides of it.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is GMOs have done a lot to save a lot of people.
Okay. Have they genetically modified humans yet?
To my knowledge, no, but that I was reading. Oh, what was it? It's the CRISPR gene that is used they're using as basically a means of cutting and splicing genetics. There's a lot of research into it. As a matter of fact, I think there's this whole video I watched that was like to the tune of Mr. Sandman called CRISPR-Cas9. And it's talking about modifying genetics via the CRISPR gene. Anyways, if I can find it, I'll send a link to it. But
cool.
So yeah, genetics, very, very interesting.
So interesting. I used to have a salamander named CRISPR.
Oh,
yeah, that was before at least before I knew about the technology CRISPR. So I'm just saying that I had a CRISPR before CRISPR was cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And our next word is fantasy.
Fantasy. Well,
this is not reality.
Right.
That is fantasy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a noun. It can also be an adjectival noun. You can have a fantasy station.
Mm-hmm. You have a lumberjack fantasy.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Not like that.
No.
But
not that type.
Not that type.
Interestingly, we think of it as very sexual.
Or it can be, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that's the go-to. I think that's where everybody's brain goes.
I actually go to like the fantasy genre.
Well, yeah, in the genre too.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I say I have a fantasy about something, I feel like I always have to reassure people, no, not the sexual kind. It's a fantasy. It's a thing that I would like to happen, that I like to think about happening,
Yeah. Not reality, but it's just like almost like a complicated or like very developed wish, I guess.
Yeah.
You could call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The fantasy, fantastical. It almost has the idea of that, like, it's never going to come true.
It cannot come true. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not going to come true.
Yeah, fantasy.
It's not necessarily something that you're striving for.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's something you get lost in.
Right.
Yeah. And our next word is sensitive.
Sensitive. Mm-hmm. Sensitive.
Oh, he's so sensitive.
It's just sensitive. Don't be so sensitive. Yeah.
Like not thick-skinned.
Right. Thin-skinned.
Thin-skinned.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a thing.
It is.
I always just hear the expression is always just very thick-skinned, but it says like they're very thin-skinned.
Mm-hmm.
You just describe them as sensitive.
Yeah, I mean either one. I've heard thin-skinned.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that expression used.
Mm-hmm. He's got a thin skin. But anyway, it's best not to be sensitive. Okay. Well, in that way. But it's best to be sensitive in other ways.
Yeah. Go on.
Like ways which shows that you care about other humans.
Yeah. Empathetic is a form of sensitivity.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or you can be sensitive to your surroundings, which could be a good thing to be more perceptive. Mm-hmm. It could be a bad thing because you're getting overstimulated.
Mm-hmm. Like if you have sensitive teeth.
Right.
Like ice can hurt or like really sweet things can hurt because you have very sensitive teeth.
Ouchie. Do you have sensitive teeth?
I did, but it's gotten a lot better, actually.
Okay, how?
Actually, just the right toothpaste helped a lot.
Nice.
So
that's great.
Yeah. I think so.
No, it really is. I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like my teeth are sensitive to cold, but definitely not to sugar.
Oh, mine was definitely the other way. Like really sweet things, like it would hurt my teeth, or
really?
It would just like my teeth would just like feel like exposed nerves
Ew.
with really sweet things, like icing, like icing off of a cake.
Yeah.
So I think that really influenced why I don't really eat a lot of sweet things because it hurt my teeth.
Interesting. So. But also, I found that males in general eat less sweet things than females.
Maybe.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just really sensitive.
Yeah, maybe it's not anything about preference, but just the fact that maybe males have more sensitive teeth than females.
Maybe.
I don't know.
And our last word is video.
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 Video. Well, a video can be a noun or a verb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely comes from Latin, from vis, see.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing which it's a thing that captures a thing, which
moving pictures.
It's a moving picture. It's a picture.
Moving picture.
A moving picture.
I'm gonna go watch me a picture.
Picture. It moves. It is not just a picture. It's a moving one.
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What else can we say about that, really?
I know a lot about the science behind video.
Ooh. Tell us. Hit us with some science.
So they are literally moving pictures.
Yeah.
And the frame rate can vary.
Uh-huh.
But I believe the frame rate at which humans would discern them as moving pictures or as a video is somewhere around the 30 to 40 frames per second.
You mean it has to be that fast?
Yeah, at least
or
that fast.
Or we will just see it as like a slideshow.
Well, you'll start to see it. It looks like stuttering a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's like the minimum.
Is it different for animals? Can animals see it at a different?
I can't ask them to know for sure.
Okay.
I would imagine maybe animals like birds might be able to perceive something like that at a higher frame rate, just because they're
more perceptive.
Well, their eyes are. I don't know. I'm clearly spitballing. I have no idea, but I just know that birds have like really acute vision.
Yeah,
and so also I'm thinking like hummingbirds just operate on a very fast like scale, I guess, because like their heartbeats are just like racing constantly. Yeah. So just imagine maybe like their internal frame rate is just higher. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
We'd have to get one to be like. Set it down in front of a screen, a hummingbird.
Yeah.
It'd be like, okay raise a wing
whenever.
Raise a wing whenever you don't see the transition, and you're like, how about now? And they're just like, how about now? And you're like, nope.
No.
Still no.
Yeah.
Still no. I wonder if we could even make it fast enough to where they wouldn't.
Oh, there's insanely fast frame rate cameras. Like slow motion cameras, like high speed cameras, are used to measure things that are moving very, very, very fast. And so their frame rates are insanely high, just to the point so that whenever you play it back at normal speed, what you recorded is moving very slowly.
Okay.
So like videos you've seen of like you can see a bullet in flight.
Yeah,
that's done with a very high frame rate camera.
Interesting.
Yeah, frame rate.
Wow, frame rate. Nice. Now we know a little bit more about videos. Or at least I do. No, I mean, maybe everybody else already knew all that, but I didn't. So I've actually learned something.
Cool.
What did you think I meant when I said that?
I didn't think. I just disassociated.
Okay. Because I thought you might think that I was saying that I know more than everybody else about video, but I meant the opposite.
Oh.
No.
You know less about video than everybody else?
Than everybody else, except maybe the same amount as the others because now that I've listened to your explanation.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is I've learned something.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And those words again are learn, genetic, fantasy, sensitive, and video.
And if you want to be like these wonderful writers and submit your story to You Write, head on over to our subreddit at reddit.com/r/YouWritePod.
If you're unable to submit a story this week, that's fine. You can help out by reading and commenting on other people's stories, which shout out to Allfair for jumping in on that conversation.
Thanks, Allfair. That was cool.
Yeah.
I liked that. Each time you post a story or leave a comment on someone else's submission, you increase your chances of having your story read on the podcast.
You can also reach us at yourwritepod@gmail.com.
If you like our show and want to help support us, consider donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/YouWrite.
If you are unable to donate, that is just fine. You can help us by sharing the podcast with other writers and non-writers alike.
If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you know as soon as new episodes are available.
Also, be sure to leave us a rating and a review in your podcatcher of choice, please.
Yes, and remember, join us next week on You Write,
a podcast where you write.
Lonely, I am so lonely.
See y'all next week.
I need somebody to call my own. Lonely. You know that song?
Is it lonely?
I am so lonely. I need somebody.
This is beautiful.
You gotta scoop it up.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.